Hi, my name is Sonika and I have a 2-year-old little girl named Navika who is going to be 3 this month. I'm also expecting baby girl number 2 who is going to join our family in the month of May. Today I'm finally coming around to show how to introduce an activity to a child. I've been asked this question so many times, but I really couldn't come up with a video until now because almost all the developmentally appropriate activities have already been introduced to Navika and she has either mastered them or is in her she's still refining her process. So finally this week I introduced an activity to her which is completely brand new for her, which she has never seen me doing it before, and I also managed to film that moment so that I can show you exactly how I present an activity to her. Before I share that video, here are a few things that we need to keep in mind when presenting an activity to your child. Invite your child to participate. Now, one thing we need to keep in mind here is that there is a difference between inviting your child to participate in an activity and being told to do an activity. If you just try to force your child into doing an activity, you might find them being non-cooperative and they might not be in the mood to do an activity at all. For example, if the child wants to paint or maybe play with his toys, and if you're inviting your child to participate in an activity at such a time, that might not be a good idea. Your child might be disinterested and not cooperate, and you might end up feeling that you did so much for nothing. You might feel bad for yourself and then keep thinking that your child might not be interested in activities at all. So what's the solution to this? Like I mentioned earlier, there's a difference between being invited to work versus being told to work. If I'm able to observe my child's current interest and create an activity around that interest, I'll likely get more cooperation from her rather than presenting an activity to her in which she is not interested at all. So a simple question might help here. Would you like to do an activity? Or if you have an older toddler, asking a very specific question like, would you like to do a fun activity with colors? If the child is interested in colors, might help. I still remember when my daughter was little and she had a minimal store of words, she would ask me, Mama, can I do an activity? It was simply adorable, but the point here is that when your child starts looking forward to such activities, you know that you're doing it right. Show how to do using minimal or no words. In order to get your child's attention at the presentation, it's very important to show how you use the materials without using a lot of words. The child's main focus should be on the materials and on the presentation, not on the talking. So less words and showing how to use the materials is the key. Slow hand movements. In addition to the previous point, when presenting an activity, it's important for the child to focus on how to use the materials. So it's very important to use slow hand movements so that the child can see how the activity progresses. Present from left to right, top to bottom. This is important because when you present an activity this way, you are indirectly preparing your child to read and write in this direction. That's why all presentations should move in this direction. Sit on the child's dominant side. When you are presenting an activity, you want to make sure that you're not blocking the child's view. So presentation needs to be done by sitting on the child's dominant side. For example, if the child is right-handed, you have to present the activity by sitting on his right side so that the child can see and copy your exact hand movements. This also means that if you are left-handed and your child is right-handed, then you still have to show the activity on the child's sitting on the child's right side. So that way you will have to use your non-dominant hand, which in this case is the right hand. I hope I was able to explain this. Repetition leads to success. So now that you have followed all the above steps, you have presented an activity and now you are letting your child to take over. What do you expect next? The only thing that you are going to expect here is that the activity won't be completed with 100% accuracy. There will be some flaws and imperfections, and that is totally okay. Repetition is the key. After the child is done with the activity, offer the activity again. Keep offering and you'll see the difference. Every time you offer the activity, the child is refining the process and is getting better at it. I kept a track of one such activity from the time I introduced it to my daughter. I'll share the clips next so you can see for yourself how repetition and consistency has helped Navika refine her hand movements. Three-period lesson. This is show me, tell me. Do not forget this 3-period lesson when you are presenting an activity. As the competency of the child grows, move from this is statement to show me statement to tell me statement. I have done a detailed video on how to do a 3-period lesson in one of the earliest videos. I'll link it here so you can go and check it out, how exactly to do it with a younger toddler as well as with an older toddler. Stop the activity when required. Sometimes we might just present an activity based on an age recommendation and we realize later that either the activity was too challenging or too easy for the child, and then the child is not showing any interest in that, or you might see signs of frustration or disinterest as the case may be. Expected behaviors from a child might be throwing away the materials or misusing the materials or signs of anger and frustration. It's okay to take a step back and bring the activity to a halt completely. Use kind and gentle words to acknowledge the feelings of your child so that the child feels that it's okay to not have completed the activity as it was expected. You can always bring it back later when you feel your child is ready for it. In my case, there was one such moment when Navika was not interested in the activity at all, and then later during the week, she herself asked for it, and then she went on completing the activity successfully. Be patient with the child. It is important to keep your mental state of mind in control. You might find that your child wants to jump into doing the activity right away as soon as the materials are there in front of him without even knowing what to do with the materials. And that's all right. But it's important you are going to say it in the beginning itself, that you're going to show what to do, how to do, tell the child to watch you exactly how to do it, and then you're going to let the child take a turn. This way, the child knows that after you are done showing an activity, the child is going to get a chance too. So you will get more cooperation from your child if he knows what's coming his way. Process over product. Now this is the most important of all things to keep in mind. We often see the end results of something, be it a child folding her own laundry or preparing her own breakfast, etc. But what we are not seeing here is the process that went behind it. The purpose of these activities is not only to be successful, but also to refine those fine motor skills, develop focus, a sense of order, and that the child is going through a process of creation. As you can see in this video, Navika is preparing her own breakfast, and this is something which she has been doing for a while now, and now she's confident enough to take care of each and every step herself. Okay, so now that I have finally laid down the ground rules of this game, I'm sharing this activity which I did with Navika this week. So this is an activity that Navika has never seen it before, and she has never seen me doing it before. So it's a brand new activity for her, which you are going to see me introducing it to her. So let's get into it. All right, just watch, okay? This is the plant and the leaves. You see the leaves? Do you see the dust on the leaves? Look, every leaf has dust on it. Do you see it? Are you able to see that dust? Yeah. What are we going to do today? We're going to clean that dust. We're going to use cotton and a little water. Okay? First you see what I'm doing, okay? You see the dust? Is it clean now? The dust is all here. You want to try? Okay. Gentle. Good. Let's take another leaf.
Look.
Do you see the dust? Okay, be gentle. The plant should not tilt so much. Thoda sa. Okay? Show me. Are you getting it? Yeah. Yeah, very gentle. Very nice. Shall we move on to the next one? Very nice. If you would like to stand, you can stand and do it, if it is not reaching out to your height. Alright, so that was everything that I had to share, and I hope I have not missed out on anything. If I did miss out on anything, then I'll put it in the description box below. But I hope that this video has been helpful and you're finally comfortable introducing an activity to your child with full confidence. If you have any further questions which I have not addressed in the video, please leave it down in the comments below. Also, if you have anything to add to what I have already shared, I would again request you to please put it down in the comments below for the benefit of the whole community. Thank you for checking out this video. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please give it a follow. Also, press the bell icon so that you get notified every time I post a new video. Thank you for watching, and I cannot wait to see you here next week again. Bye.